While watching the play The Civil War by an unknown author at the Paper Mill Playhouse on April 19, 2013, at 10 o'clock, it was obvious that the major conflict in the piece was the Civil War and the fight between the two brothering countries, America and Britain. Within the play, there were many different conflicts, such as a character named Jackie, a young girl trying to maintain her image in the war as a male soldier. There was also a conflict between two former friends that ended up on different sides of the war. One was a patriot and the other a loyalist. Overall, the play had a serious tone when discussing the events that happened during the Civil War, but a sprinkle of humor was added into it. While watching the play, it was somewhat difficult to understand because the transitions from character to character were very rough. It made it difficult for some to understand the roles because of how similar the costumes were. For example, the role change would be simply putting on a fake mustache and a hat. Even though they were confusing at times, the actors were very efficient in portraying their roles. For example, the female character that played both Jackie and one of the soldiers' wives did an amazing job showing how life was for females in that time period. What did you think about the play, Kyomi?
I agree with you, Skyla, but I think that the actors did an outstanding job at singing, dancing, and making their roles really come alive. Their voice was audible to all in the spacious theater. Another downside to this production was that the scenery got scrambled during scene changes, which made everyone unorganized at some parts. On the topic of wardrobe, the characters had costumes that portrayed the time period and gave the audience a visual representation of what was going on. The sound effects were very well executed and were on time. At times, it was hard to tell that they were actually doing this to a soundtrack that was playing in the background. Overall, this contributed to the performance because it gave a better representation of all the real action that was currently going on. To conclude this review, I would say that this play is recommended to grades 8 and under because it was very informative.